In this video we are going to talk about the mixer section. In the mixer section you can control a few things. The first thing is the EQ/filter selection. So for the EQ you can pick what type of EQ you would like to use. You can pick from different types of software emulated EQs. First is Pioneer P600. Another one is the Neo and the Xone EQ types, and again the Pioneer P800 equalizer. So these buttons right here, or these knobs right here, they would act as if you had the actual hardware mixer of this type connected to a computer. So it's really flexible because Traktor emulates all of these mixers via software. The next is the software emulation of filter types. You can pick from LED or Xone, and this filter knobs right here would act appropriately to your selection. This option right here, I honestly don't know what this does, and I'm going to skip it in this video. The crossfader. The crossfader is this vertical tab right here that allows you to fade between the two decks. And the first setting for the crossfader is the auto crossfade time. So in case you have your Traktor in autopilot mode where it plays tracks by itself, you can control how long is it going to take for the crossfader to transition from one end to the next when it's playing by itself. The next is the crossfader smooth or sharp curve. So what this does is controls how fast can you hear the sound from another deck when the crossfader switches from one side to another. So for example, if you want the sound from another deck to come very fast, you would switch it to sharp. And as soon as you start moving the crossfader, you would see a lot of sound coming from the opposite deck. Now if you have it too smooth, then what would happen is you would hear the sound gradually gets louder and louder from another deck when you move it towards that deck. So you can play around with the settings and adjust the smoothness, sharpness curve according to your preferences. Next is the enable auto gain for your tracks. So what this does is that when you load new tracks into the deck, the Traktor will automatically adjust the gain to match that of the main output. So you don't hear the sudden increase or decrease of the sound from the deck. So this is very helpful. Enable limiter and headroom. These are more advanced options, and they might get covered in the later courses, but for now I will skip those. The mixer layout, it lets you control the visibility of several controls. So if you want to get EQ and fader visible, then you can check this. Usually it's on. Then you can also control a few more knobs, the visibility, and you can see what it does to when I check and uncheck it. And if you don't want the crossfader visible, you can just completely remove it if you want. So this is it for the mixer section.